Good afternoon, shit talkers, assholes, and YouTubers. Let me do that. You know I messed it up. I hate to edit. I don't never do a video and edit it. If I mess it up, I'm just going to start it over. Good morning, shit talkers, YouTubes, and assholes around the world. It's Chad LeBrag coming at you from Shit Talkers S2.0 Studio and Dallas Cowboy headquarters. Coming at you live today to let you know that football is only 2.5 weeks away, and we can start hating each other because of our football teams instead of our political strategy. Our political affiliation. So, in Shit Talkers, as usual, go ahead and note that we on game days, there's no politics. You can share funny memes, but other than that, you gotta share nothing but sports related content. I can edit it. Uncle Joe, this is for you. I still got your chill box. I know. I'm getting bitched at over here. Anyway, today's video is based on the bullshit that the left is putting out there today. Clay Travis, the NBA is taking Chinese blood money and saying nothing at all. You know what LeBron and what LeBron supports? He supports the Chinese government, which has over 1 million Muslims in like a fucking literal death camp like Hitler did. He rounded up all the Muslims in China and have them in a concentration camp. And LeBron stands for Nazism because that's a literal. Steph, is that Nazism when they put them in concentration? Big stories that are out there. So LeBron. Let's listen to this. Listen with me, guys. Substantially trained upon them. When you turn up, the hypocrisy in the league as they prepare to make an incredibly substantial social justice warrior statement, the silence on China continues to grow. The hypocrisy I will. Even though you're over there acting like marijuana is a bad thing. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. So, I do have a child. Is he here? Do I smoke when he's around? Well, so there you go then. Been a what? An addict? A marijuana addict? Huh? There's no such thing. You're on that Reefer Madness. You watched that Reefer Madness black and white video back in the day. You lost your mind on, girl. But listen, I want everybody listening to Clay Travis in China. I can't show you the TV video because YouTube will cut me out, but you can hear the commentary. Of those three, which one stands out to you? Where's the remote, Steph? Where you at, Mrs. LeBrag? Mrs. LeBrag, we need the people's remote to skip ad to talk about LeBron taking in money from China. Devon Stevenson, Bubby, I still love you. I know you said you told me to kill yourself where I've been hating on LeBron, but I still love you. I don't take anything personal on here. That's why I've survived shit talkers for the last 20 years. Created, whatever.
You are the original creator, regardless of what people want to.
I know, right? I literally typed in shit talkers, shit talking, because I've never talked trash in my life. When I played basketball, I talk shit. And there's a difference between trash talking and shit talking. And I believe you all know that. But listen. China relationship was blown up by a major ESPN story that came out yesterday afternoon. Now I'm curious. Listen to this, all LeBron fans and Devon Stevenson. But for many people,
myself included, and I think many people who are listening to us right now, the idea that the NBA is quote unquote a woke social justice warrior league.
It's not. It's being told what to do by China.
From China
LeBron's taking his shit from the CD, Chinese, and CCP, I think. The Chinese Communist Party. He's taking money from them.
Well, it's going to be hard not to think about.
And they wanted him to support Black Lives Matter.
Your many monologues about it, and not just that.
And that's what ended. Listen, this is Adam Silver.
What happens prior to the game doesn't overshadow.
I think it probably
it's Clay Travis.
It will at first too. And my question is, will we recover from it? I mean, with baseball, you spent one morning talking about Mookie Betts and a little bit of it, and then it blew over pretty quickly.
Yep.
I don't know. This is a good question for you because I haven't watched the start of any baseball games to speak of. I mean, I watched last night's Dodgers-Astros game and everything else, but it's a small minority of the overall players that are making any kind of statement in baseball. And also, to be fair, like baseball made a big deal about how, like for the first game they had BLM on the mound and everything else. It doesn't really seem like there's any sort of integrated portion.
BLM told them if they didn't put that on the ground, they would be, I guarantee you, they told them that them and Antifa would be outside their fucking baseball games, rioting in the parking lot and burning the parking lot down. And literally stiff-armed them, intimidation them into doing that. Imagine the intimidation Ron and all the other athletes are getting from Black Lives Matter. I haven't heard from one conservative NBA player. Is there not one person in the NBA that's conservative? Which we're conservatives now. Our classes used to be Democrats and Republicans. Democrats were about business, and the Republicans were about business. Democrats were about the American working people. That has totally gone on. The Republicans stand for the American people now, and the Democrats stand to tear apart America. Right on Black Lives Matter website, it states, we call for the dismantling of the nuclear family, which means they don't want father and mother and child-oriented America raising their kids. They want some kind of social thing, socialism, and communism. They literally want communism. Yeah. Well, I know if you notice, if you jump back and you throw up Black Lives Matter, only thing you need to do is just open up your hand and you're doing Heil Hitler. There's very difference between this and this. And then only difference in this is this and this, because Black Lives Matter and are Nazis. Yeah, they do the limp wrist. Little gay, little soy latte motherfuckers. The Black Panthers do this. Just the same emoji, same thing. But if you watch them do it when they're at the rights, they're little soy motherfuckers, and they don't never go straight up with it. It's kind of limp.
To me, why can't you just start the game
like they dick?
Players are walking out for the tip.
There you go.
So I think that's intriguing. Doug, what do you think? Are you?
I'm sorry, guys. I might need to replay this whole thing.
Bells and whistles of the NBA season begin this evening.
Yeah, I think Danny G put it best. It's hard not to when all these stories come out, especially the ESPN story.
It's official. LeBron is supported by China.
When I saw the ESPN story, so I was pretty shocked that ESPN.
China owns LeBron James. Ain't that some shit?
With the NBA and the television rights and that deal that they have. So that was really maybe the first thing I thought of initially when I saw that story.
Because the Chinese Communist Party wants to see Trump not get elected. And they're using LeBron to help Trump not get elected.
I wonder if they would have run the story.
China don't want him elected.
I really do.
Well, you got to think.
I'll be curious. To their credit, they dropped the story.
Why would you want to vote for a president or anyone that don't put their country first? You get me?
someone in there who says,
Like, why even vote for someone who don't put their country first? Even like Mexico, they should put their country first. They shouldn't worry about America. They should be doing their own thing. Which, on the record, Mexico and Mexicans are South Texas and South Texians. They are Americans. They're South American Texans. They're Southern Texans. I'm not a bit racist in my bone in my body. But I'm telling you what, the liberal and the media are making me think that all black people think that they're better than everybody else. You know what I mean? Like, their lives matter and no one else does. That's like the literal thing of racism. That's racism. That's the definition of the term. You look up racism and domestic terrorism up in Google domestic terrorism, and images of Black Lives Matter and Antifa pictures pop up showing burning down shit. So I can't wait to November when all them fools are in freaking Gitmo. Oh, I'm going to drop back and we're going to listen to this instead of me talking.
To our economy, all right? Second, I can't stop thinking about the degree to which our social media is being used and manipulated.
Good thing we don't need social media now, because we don't have to listen to their propaganda, because we got YouTube and we can pick our own news anchor. If we want to hear somebody talk about the news, we'll find somebody that's objective, like Tim Pool, Salty Cracker, Tim Cast, the one that broke off Adam's show that's better, Hodge Twins, Anthony Brian Logan, and Jericho Green. Those are my top 10. I was going to release a video on that and didn't do it. My top 10 YouTubers. Salty Cracker. Number 2, Hodge Twins.
And right now we are in a cold
Number 3, what's my number 3, Steph?
Only it feels like China's
Liberal Hive Mind.
Recognize this is going and dividing us people.
4th is
to drive down and
shit, I already named that rest of them. Look it
which
up.
makes us weaker, which allows China's influence around the
Listen,
globe.
it's China's influence
And China right now
owns the NBA.
This is a big deal.
NBA is dead. My buddy Deshaun Stevenson told me to kill myself because he loves the NBA so much that he didn't want to hear the truth. That was the truth. I'm friends with Paul Pierce. I'm going to message him here in a minute and have him come in and see if he'll join Shit Talkers. If he does, I'll let him tell you the truth.
That's a phrase that has gotten really popular. And frankly, it's a phrase that people who don't study history very often embrace. And you're talking to a guy who spent his life as someone who is obsessed with history.
I do too. I love history.
And so one of the things you learn is history makes you humble.
I love history and broadcasting.
You find out that many things you thought were correct.
I should in my life path. I should have went to college. I should have got me a degree in broadcasting and been on radio or some kind of sports TV. But look, I didn't even have to do that. I got it now. All I need you guys is subscribe and follow, and I can make a living doing this shit. But guess what? I don't need to make a living doing this shit. So I can be as honest and truthful as I am without worrying about them demonetizing my channel and not paying me to do these videos. I don't make these videos to make money. I do these videos for the pure fact that I want you guys to know the truth. And I like making them. So they can't threaten me with demonetization because I don't need money. I'm good. Unless you want to go ahead and donate today. I'm just kidding. We haven't even set up a PayPal account, have we? For my YouTube channel, haven't even set up a pay. I don't even want pay. But if you want to pay me, I'd appreciate it. It'd come a long way. I'll do something good with it. Any money that you guys donate to my channel, I'll make a live video doing something good with that money you see. Or here's an even better idea. If you want to send a donation to my channel, send it, and I'll gather all the money up, whether it is, and I'll give out I'll take it, and we'll give it to the group, my subscribers. One of my subscribers can win the money. You know what I mean? Like if I make money on this and had $100, I would love to be able to give $100 away to one of my subscribers. Unlike LeBron, where he's a communist, he don't give away money.
Are all these sports media members who claim that they want to cover the truth, not actually speaking truth to power to NBA players and
Preach.
owners?
Preach, Clay Travis, preach. Also, my top 10, oh yeah, I forgot to finish it out, is the Outkick with Clay Travis and Jason Whitlock. They kicked them off Fox and the other channels because they told the truth. And one of them talked about nothing but sports ain't nothing but politics, and their political views got them kicked off TV. They kicked because they're conservatives. Both of them are conservatives, so both of them had to go. That's racism. If you hate somebody because of their freaking... No, hate someone because of their political party. It's relatively easy to have an opinion. Let that cat out. I know it won't go out. Help it out. I think Major League Baseball got that wrong. I know it's hurt. It's relatively easy to have an opinion. Baba Booey beat that ass. That big Siamese Catamine fuck you up. Big white, blue-eyed bastard. And there are lots of people in sports media that will have opinions on it. But wouldn't you rather have an opinion about something that actually matters in the sport in which you cover? If I was playing basketball, there's no way. If I was the NBA, there's no way I would talk politics. That's just stupid. Well, see, we was always raised around here, and in public, you never speak about politics and religion. Because the only thing that can do is hurt you. But these stupid athletes haven't figured that out yet. Well, they've already made enough money where they got that fuck you money. They can express their stupid opinion and not have to worry about a paycheck next week. But they're about to get a reality check because the NBA died. If somebody was out there, if I get the support from I don't know, an investment to start my own basketball league, I could promote that with my marketability skills and the help of you guys. We could start our own league. All we need is the backing. Anybody got a couple $100 million out there to spare to invest in a new basketball league? Hit me up in the comments. I'll create an infrastructure, everything. I'll do all the hard work. You supply the money. Is that right, Stat? Could I do that? Could I start a basketball league? I support basic human rights around the world. That's right. I just ain't got the money, that kind of money to do it. But once, I just want to let you know, today's episode is brought to you by Aloe Ray Water. It is as good for you on the inside as it is the outside. Make sure to pick up your aloe water today. Okay, now my promotion's over. Let's get back to China. Here out, LeBron is taking Nazi blood money. I'm going to cut that in a smaller clip and post that here in a second. You do updates all the time. Are you going to find it impossible not to think about the hypocrisy when the NBA players make whatever statement they do before the season starts?
Yeah, especially since I think that is going to be the big story, because these aren't playoff games. These are
LeBron is a Nazi.
Games, that really
wow, didn't see that coming.
Roberto and
he should have never let them leaders of Black Lives Matter influence him like
I'm
this.
curious if this story would have come out.
It's killed basketball.
NBA playoffs were starting tonight, and everyone was really invested right from the get-go. I wonder if this story would have come out or not. And I agree with you. I don't think I will give ESPN credit for.
No, they buried this story.
I think it's gonna be a hot topic.
They're trying to say where the NBA playoffs and the protests is going on. And that's why this story is not being broadcast, where they caught LeBron taking all that money from China.
They've got that listed, but not the.
Now, what do you think? Do you think it's because most people in sports media are not smart enough to talk about this issue, so they run away from it?
Yep.
Or do you think they're afraid of being like, why?
No, they're afraid they're going to be deplatformed. You'll get kicked if you speak anything like this. You'll be off TV. That's why you're not on TV, Clay. You and Jason Whitlock are conservatives that spit the truth and got kicked off and got fired. Marcus Wiley, follow him too. Fire Marcus Wiley, he got terminated too because of telling the truth. Clay Travis got fired for telling the truth, and Jason Whitlock got fired for telling the truth. So follow them on YouTube so we don't need the cable networks and the media, the CNN and shit. So if we don't have cable, we won't watch CNN, if you understand what I'm saying.
It may be true.
We'll follow, we'll get our own people that we want, our own people that we want to follow for our news that we think's objective and we can handle their point of views. And that's who we'll follow on YouTube. There's millions of choices. You ain't got to watch Tom Brokaw every night. It ain't the 70s anymore. The media, the cable networks does not have a monopoly no more. Their monopoly is dead. YouTube is where it's at.
When I sit down in front of this mic, and I think everybody will agree on the show, I don't ever come on and say, hey,
For my entire life, I gotta have cable. I gotta have DirecTV. I can't miss my basketball games. I can't miss my football games. While I was getting that, I was also getting fake news, which influenced my decisions and everyone's decisions. I was a Democrat at one point. I was in it. Chad Farley, regret to inform you, I'm so deeply sorry to let you know that I was once registered. Literally, right now, I think I'm a registered liberal. Because I voted for Trump. I didn't really vote for Trump, so I didn't know what was going on. I just knew he was a businessman and he could do the job. So I voted for Trump, but I don't think I ever switched parties. So I believe I'm listed down as a fucking liberal. Because I was a Democrat first. I was around here in the cheap places where you're depending on welfare and stuff, and in the royal countries and in the South, we've had to depend on the government and became slave to the Democrats. Like Joe Biden said, if you don't vote Democrat, you're not black. That's because the Democrats have been giving us fish instead of teaching us to fish. And they want us to be dependent on them. So make sure you get out there and vote Trump 2020. This is, man, Chad LeBrag signing off, man, 28-minute video. So if you don't have any, if you have any hard feelings about anything I've said, haters, I'll be in the comments. So if you want some, come get some. Yeah.